It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Won by the Philadelphia 76ers. Simmons to Butler. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down 2. To Horford. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Horford. Joel Embiid tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Trying to cash in, knocks it down off the step back.
Ed, that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Hayward. To Horford. Tatum's shot no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Has a chance, wide open, too easy. You can't give him that look. Jay, would you classify him among the elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
Joel Embiid with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. To Hayward. Horford. Curling inside. Amir Johnson snatching it out of the air. Philadelphia with the basketball. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
So many people think making assist is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward. Simmons into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Rebound, Jason Tatum. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Defense catching a break there. Butler to bring it up. The lead is 11. Has a look. Butler can't get his shot to fall. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Butler. To Embiid. Not that time. To Hayward. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Rozier, that one off the mark. It's no good. To Butler. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Time to shuffle things up.
For the Boston Celtics, number 37, Chevy Ojale.
Brown with it up top. Down 11. To Horford. To Hayward. Rebound cleared by Philly. Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Butler to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Shot from the lane won't go. Going to launch beyond the arc. That won't go. To Hayward. Horford. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Screen coming. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You've had 3 wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
To Jaylen Brown.
Here we go.
Tatum, able to convert inside.
Jason Tatum finished 3rd amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this, I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. To Horford. To Jaylen Brown. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Shot from in close, no good. Butler into the front court. His guy's up by 15. To Simmons. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
To Hayward. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go. Sixers have the basketball. To Butler. It's Tatum with the rebound. Hayward. Butler to bring it up. The lead is 15. Simmons to Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Amir Johnson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 67%. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Ball's controlled by Boston. Sixers have it. To Fultz. Jimmy Butler. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. Fultz with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead.
Watch that cutter.
To Embiid. Over to the right side. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions.
Philadelphia 76ers. Number 31, Mike Muscala.
To Marcus Morris. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 2 of 4 now.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Brown into the front court. His guys down big. Taken by the Sixers. Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Off the mark.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Hayward. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
To Butler. To the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Finish that. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter down, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Rozier with it. Down a bundle to Jaylen Brown. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Fultz to McConnell. To Fultz. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Brown shot, no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is and we all know he is.
Simmons can't connect. It's no good. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here comes the screen. Markelle Fultz. To Simmons. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Morris. Takes stock of the floor. Deep right corner. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. To Jaylen Brown. Good look that time, but off the mark. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Fultz to McConnell. Has a chance. Shot by Fultz, no good. He wants it at the rim and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Simmons to McConnell. Here comes the screen. Simmons to McConnell. Shot won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
McConnell. Has a look. Cleans it up. Offensive board. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Justin Patton at the line. Knocks down the first.
Into the game for the 76ers, number 8.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Marcus Morris. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Simmons. For three. Marcus Morris the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down by 15. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Into the front court comes Simmons. The advantage is 13 points. Marcus Morris swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Morris. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Trying to cash in. Smith with a shot. It won't fall. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 15. Here comes the screen. Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers control it. Boston secures the rebound. Rozier with it. His guys trail by 13. Short jumper stays out.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys currently down by 13 to Hayward. To Horford. Not that time. Smith into the front court. His team on top by 13. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Philadelphia with the basketball. They'll get it down to Johnson. The shot almost. To Hayward. Has a chance. Hayward unable to connect. Into the front court comes Smith. It's an 11-point game. Here comes the screen. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. From long range, knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Hayward. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Butler into the front court. Lead is 12. To Embiid. Butler to Embiid. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. You on tough. Jimmy Butler, contested 3. He buries it.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
Sixers have the basketball. Butler to McConnell.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
And 1. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Rozier into the front court. He'll run the offense to Hayward. To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You gotta make those.
McConnell. Short jumper off the mark. To Rozier. Nice pass to get things going.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Jimmy Butler for two. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Hayward. And count the basket inside.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had on opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall. And scores.
When Kyrie Irving went out, we saw Terry Rozier become that guy for the Celtics, hence even getting the name Scary Terry. No doubt about it, he may be a starter eventually, and that may be a conundrum for the Celtics.
To Butler. McConnell down to Chandler. The rock in the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Deep three at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. And a great start for the 76ers.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers are up after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics are in need of some changes at the half.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
The Boston Celtics had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid
Did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Rozier with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Here comes the screen. Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. That's no good. To Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a dozen. Beyond the arc for 3. Simmons with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Wilson Chandler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Can convert the free throw. Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 14. Gets a shot up off the mark. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons. To Embiid. Can't connect from inside. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Hayward. Fires the 3. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Celtics able to clear the board. To Hayward. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons into the front court. They lead it by 14. To Embiid. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Jaylen Brown. Gets it in the right corner. 4-3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's out. Last touch by Wilson Chandler. Celtics have it. To Rozier. Easy path to the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Simmons. To Embiid. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Embiid is such an outlier. There's nothing normal about him, nor does he want anything to be normal about him, which is even scarier with a guy with that kind of talent who possesses that type of mentality. A guy that big, that dominant down low, that boy different.
To Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Embiid to Butler. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Rozier with it. Trailing by 15. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Shot from in close, no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down by 15. Can't connect from in close. To Simmons. Butler to Embiid. Kicks it outside. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Butler to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Simmons. Kicks it around the perimeter. Simmons to Butler. Fires the 3, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here comes the screen. To Rozier. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Simmons. Swings it. Going to launch beyond the arc. Screen coming. And he'll go to the foul line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Joel Embiid, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good.
Substitutions. Boston. Into the game for the 76ers.
Able to convert on both free throws. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. To Marcus Morris. Sixers with the rebound.
Oh, he got it. There it is.
To Fultz.
I got ball. We go. Trap this. Come on.
Embiid. And stuffs it home.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Here comes the screen.
Got the screen right.
Jimmy Butler. Huge block. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rozier buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Butler. To Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
That's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Fultz. Around the perimeter to Fultz. Embiid. To Fultz. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Boston has the rebound. Rozier into the front court. Down a bundle. To Marcus Morris. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Fultz into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Butler. Has a look. The shot by Butler, no. Rozier with it. His guys down big. For 3, he drills the 3.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Mixing things up. Hockey lines. Substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Looking to make something happen. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Fultz with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Minutes remaining in the third quarter.
To Butler. Chance here for the process. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball's controlled by Boston. to Marcus Morris. To Hayward. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Not that time. He misses.
Make that, baby. Make that.
Fultz to Embiid. Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Won't go. It goes down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Sixers control it. Markelle Fultz. Great look and vision. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Fultz to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Fultz to Embiid. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Fultz. No, I missed a short one there. Boston with the basketball. To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Hayward to Marcus Morris. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Embiid. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Add 2 points to the board.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. It's Boston with the rebound. Hayward. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fultz to Embiid. Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Fultz to Embiid. Has a chance. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Celtics have it. Won't go. Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Simmons. Deep left corner. Markelle Fultz. Can't connect from in close.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Short jumper stays out. To Fultz. Deep right corner. Fultz to Simmons. Short jumper off the mark. To Rozier. Justin Patton sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Simmons to Fultz. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Over to the right side. Boston with 4 to shoot. Hayward. Can't connect. To Fultz. Embiid. To Fultz. From long range. Shooting on the uptick. Markelle Fultz, wide open, finds a way to score.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Horford to Jaylen Brown. The jumper's off the mark. Simmons to Embiid. Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Jason Tatum pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, Jaylen Brown above the rim. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Fultz to McConnell. To Fultz. Fine to shoot. McConnell lets it fly from long range. Not getting the bounce. To Hayward. He throws it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
McConnell. To Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. Rozier into the front court. His guys down big. To Horford. Joel Embiid tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Fultz. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Rozier with it. Down a bundle. To Horford. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Shot from the lane won't go. McConnell to Embiid. Down to 5 on the 24. Embiid to Fultz. Beyond the arc for 3. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Hayward to Rozier. Here comes the screen. Rozier shot no good. Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid. Al Horford with the block. Second block in this quarter. Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. To Hayward. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Embiid. Shot from in close, no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Looking to make something happen. To Hayward. Screen coming. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Fultz to McConnell. Jason Tatum snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Sixers call for time. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute.
Summer basketball camps. Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 23, Jimmy Butler.
The Sixers are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. And these are the kind of highlights I love to see. Check out the defensive effort that turns so many shots into really embarrassing moments. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Celtics couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Philadelphia 76ers
Looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Boston Celtics. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.